Thanks for joining us here on World Tech Update. I'm Nick Barber. Big news this week from two of the biggest companies in the tech industry, Intel and Microsoft. At Microsoft's Build conference in California, it teased Windows 8 and showed it off running on a Samsung tablet.
This is a PC that we made together with Samsung. They invited us into their factories. We started with the shipping Series 7 design, and we did a bunch of work together. We worked with a partner called Atmel, who works on the touch controller and the display kind of integration. We worked with AT&T and Option to do the 3G module. We worked with ST Micro to do the sensor fusion package. We worked with a lot of partners here, and as a result, we've got BIOS that posts in 3 seconds. It's work from AMI, a super thin power adapter. And this PC has been really useful to us internally as we've been developing Windows 8.
The 5,000 developers in attendance all got one of the devices preloaded with an early version of Windows 8. It runs an Intel Core i5 processor, has a 64 gig SSD, and 4 gigs of memory. The company said the reason for such a fluid UI is because Windows 8 takes advantage of hardware acceleration.
So the reason that the UI is fast across this whole line is that everything has hardware accelerated graphics, including the apps. So you write a Metro-style app, it's got graphics.
Right, all the transitions, all the graphics, all hardware accelerated,
yes.
Which we started in IE9.
Yeah.
And really baking that into the platform at the native code.
I think they like that.
The interface for Windows 8 is unlike any previous version of the OS, and it will run on Intel and ARM chips, that means PCs and tablets. Microsoft released a developer preview of the OS this week, but didn't say when the final version would be available. With Build going on in Anaheim, up the road in San Francisco, Intel hosted its developer forum, where the company also focused on being mobile, whether it be with a phone or tablet, or with a laptop or Ultrabook with long battery life. Intel and Google announced a partnership to optimize future versions of the Android OS for smartphones and other devices using Intel chips. Intel also touted a new chip codenamed Haswell that will be the most power-efficient chip from the company to date. The company promised 10 days of standby time with it.
We've targeted Haswell's design not just for lower power, but we're architecting a system-level power management framework that has the opportunity to reduce the platform power by a factor of more than 20 over our current designs.
Haswell chips are due in laptops by 2013 and are targeted at Ultrabooks, which is Intel's category of thin and light PCs with tablet-like features. Sharp will end sales of most of its Galapagos tablet computers less than a year after launch. It will discontinue the 5.5-inch and 10.8-inch models in Japan later this month. When the devices launched last December, Sharp said it hoped to sell about 1 million of the tablets and take the lead in Japan from competitors like the iPad and Kindle. Apparently, that won't be the case. Netflix now works on Android 2.2 and 2.3 devices, though some people with tablets might need to wait a little bit longer. The video streaming service has updated its app to work on smartphones that run either Froyo or Gingerbread, though those with Honeycomb are still out of luck. Official Android tablet support is only available for specific devices. It was only in May when Netflix came to Android. iOS users got the service more than a year ago, and Windows Phone 7 last November. While Steve Jobs' departure from Apple marked a major shift in the company's development, one thing it probably won't affect is the company's bottom line. A new survey from market research firm ChangeWave Research says that the end of Jobs' tenure at the company's top post won't slow consumer adoption of its products. In 2008, after Bloomberg mistakenly published an obituary for Jobs, 18% of consumers said that the icon's theoretical resignation would make them less likely to buy Apple products in the future. In the most recent survey of the question, only 4% of consumers said they would be less likely to buy Apple products. Just 1% said they'd be more likely to buy Apple products with him gone. Hightech vending machines were in Boston this week and will continue a tour throughout the U.S., showing the public what's possible with the help of technology.
And when you go out and see some of these machines, it's like an iPhone. They're all touchscreen, they're all interactive. The product will 3D towards you. You can turn the product so you can see the ingredient label, and that's important to people that they see the ingredient label, and they're just fun.
Matthews said the machines on display are designed to cater to Gen Y, or 18 to 29-year-olds, the target audience for vending machines. One machine called the DigiTouch has a 46-inch Samsung Touch LCD screen that lets consumers see the product, its ingredients, and nutrition facts. DigiTouch machines take cash, credit cards, and soon payments from mobile phones. The company is testing 20 machines in Boston and hopes to expand soon. Another machine dispensed fresh ground coffee, which a product manager said is rare as the coffee is usually pre-made and sits in the machine for days. The vending machine tour continues throughout mid-October and will stop in New York, Atlanta, Austin, Phoenix, Minneapolis, and Madison. Well, that's our show for this week. Thanks for joining us here on World Tech Update. To find out what's coming up on every week's show, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter. As we head out this week, we'll leave you with some shots of the IDF in San Francisco. I'm Nick Barber, and for all of us here at the IDG News Service, thanks for watching. We hope to see you next time.